Rapids Arts Department selected students who they felt deserved Student of the Month. Here are some clips from the ceremony.
My name is Megan Missick. I'm one of the assistant principals here at the building, so I'd like to welcome you to the Student of the Month breakfast for the month of January. Each month, we honor a handful of students who recognize staff for their contributions in and out of the classroom and for their character traits that set them apart from their peers. The students for this ceremony were chosen by our faculty from the World Language Department and English Language Development departments. What I love about these two departments is they share in an overlapping emphasis of a theme of unity within diversity. Yes, both departments involve teaching language skills in a systematic way, but world language teachers help to bring students to other places in the world while learning that language and culture. An ELD department seeks to celebrate and welcome other cultures while immersing our students in the English language. The core idea is that diversity, whether in culture, language, religion, or perspective, is an asset, and the acknowledgement that each person brings something unique to the table, strengthening our community as a whole. Before I call up some of our staff and students this morning, I want to thank District Administration, Dr. Lee, Dr. Velasquez, Dr. Cohen, and Dr. Minnick, as well as Building Administration, Mr. Perr, Mr. Webb, Ms. Kochstick, Ms. Mangan, and Mr. Mullen, for their constant support of and commitment to our students and staff. I also want to thank our teachers for working with and nominating our students today, as well as their parents and guardians and family members who are here who have trusted us to work with your students each and every day. Thank you to the leaders in the community who are here with us today. Natalie from Senator Farry's office, Frank from Casey Tomlinson's office. Thank you for showing your support for our schools and working tirelessly on our behalf. And of course, thank you to our students. You fully embody what it means to be an OWL. While showing a commitment to your studies and your character, you have made a mark in your classrooms, in our school, and our community. Thank you for all your contributions and congratulations. At this time, I'd like to call up from the ELD department, Mr. Jones, to recognize Tyler Joseph Daniel.
Hello everybody, I'm Mr. Jones. This is Nathan. Today I'm recognizing Nathan as the 9th grade student of the month for our department. When I was asked to choose a 9th grade student for student of the month, I immediately thought about Nathan. I have Nathan 8th period, which as many of us might know, it's kind of a hard period, right? Where at the end of the day, we've already gone through 7 class periods, so a lot of the times it's kind of hard to find that motivation at the end of the day. But Nathan comes to class every day with a positive attitude, says, "What's up, Mr. Jones?" when he walks in, always greets me, and he's always engaged in the lessons that we're learning about. If there's ever like a dull moment and like a classroom discussion and there's kind of that awkward silence waiting for somebody to respond, I can always count on Nathan to step up, to have something to say. Even if he doesn't necessarily have the words right away, he'll start talking and just start figuring it out along the way. So I just appreciate that he's engaged in class, right? He actually cares, he shows up, brings that positive attitude with him. On top of that, he's also challenging himself in his academics. He's in multiple honors classes, and he's also involved in the JROTC program, which I think is an awesome program that we have here at our school. So I think for all those reasons and his commitment to his education and our school, just being involved, that's why I chose Nathan. So.
Your crew, as many people know, is a tight little community. It needs to be. Students coming from all over the world, adjusting to a new place, rely on each other for support during a challenging transition. From the teaching side, we pass our students to David. Sorry. I should have told you about your right away, but. From the teaching side, we pass our students along through the levels and watch as they begin to open up more and more. So we are tasked with choosing Student of the Month. We do it together. We want students and families to know this, that it's not just a snapshot of one year, one person, but a culmination of years from multiple perspectives. David came up in our conversation not just because of his grades, which are impressive, but because of his spirit. Every day he comes to all our doors to say hello and ask how our day is going. He looks you in the eye, makes an effort. This is not a promotion of toxic positivity, mind you. Life can be hard, and many of our students have faced profound experiences in their young lives, such as war, having to say goodbye to family. The transition our students endure is not easy. Today, it is especially hard. But David does it with a smile, and there is strength in that, a lesson. I asked him one day, what is his secret? How does he pull off this sunny disposition so consistently? said he takes one day at a time. Wise words for him. We are lucky to have David in class to remind us of this lesson, to stay present, and to do right by the people right in front of you.
To all of my favorite things about her. She is determined, confident, and a very resilient young woman. Stephanie shows unwavering determination when it comes to both her schoolwork and her future outside of school. Since the beginning of the school year, I have seen her, there it goes, sorry. Since the beginning of the school year, she's made great improvements already. I also knew Stephanie when she was a freshman, when she first got here. And she works very hard for all of the achievements that she has. She's made so much progress in such a short amount of time. She always goes the extra mile on every assignment, whether it's some little worksheet or a warm-up or a test or an essay. She always goes the extra mile. I've seen great improvement specifically in her writing skills and her speaking skills. Stephanie is very kind and thoughtful, but she does not allow others to distract or take advantage of her. She's very focused on her goals. In my opinion, this is an excellent quality for a young woman to have. Stephanie is a force of nature in all of the best ways. I believe that Stephanie will grow to be an intelligent, confident member of society, and she will do great things. And I'm honored to be a part of her journey.
Good morning, everyone. I want to say congratulations to all of our recipients. My name is Kathy Tevelson. I teach English language development, and Lydia is my wonderful 12th grade student. Just a little bit about Lydia. She came from Ukraine about in 2022, correct? And she has made wonderful strides. As a matter of fact, when we were choosing Student of the Month for 12th grade, the other ELD teachers gave me some feedback and we all felt that she deserved this very, very much. Lydia works very hard. She's a straight A student. She, excuse me, she precisely and carefully chooses her words. She's rather quiet in class, but I hear from Mr. Zimmerman that he can be quite silly. And she is one of our first chair flautists in our Symphonic Winds orchestra. And I am so proud that she is one of my students and that I have a chance to actually learn to know her. She's a wonderful representative of the new students that we have here and someone coming from Ukraine, which has had so much strife. I really, really am honored to be her teacher. And what I would like you guys to know is that she tries harder than almost anybody in that class. And I know that her future, she said she'd like to go into the beauty field. She's a beautiful person inside and out, and I'm sure that she'll be successful in everything that she does. And again, I'm very proud of her.
Everyone, my name is Dr. Yuboy. I'm one of the foreign language teachers here at Ben Salem. I'm the French teacher. Today I would like to recognize Jonathan, who has been an incredible student throughout this school year. Jonathan comes to class prepared. He answered all the questions, almost all the questions in my classroom. So if Jonathan is not in there, I'm not sure if all the questions will be answered. I'm not saying all the students outside are not answering the question, but he's doing kind of like most of the job in my classroom. He's very respectful to teachers and to the students. He's on task. He uses technology in a very responsible way. He's doing everything which makes all teachers happy. So again, I think you deserve that recognition. Okay, thanks a lot.
Spanish. I've had the privilege of teaching him Spanish 1 as a 9th grader and an honor Spanish 2 as a 10th grader. And I mean, I've had him last year in 8th period or 7th period this year, and then 1st period this year, and he's still a burst of sunshine as soon as he walks through the door with his enthusiasm, his energy. You know, he dances and sings with me in class 1st period at 7:30 in the morning. You know, it just is a privilege to have such a young man that's eager to learn, read, speak, and want to experience Spanish from start to the end of class and beyond. His eagerness has pushed him by asking intellectual questions and thought-provoking insights and inspiring not just myself, but his students around him. And that's so important to have in a classroom. And he wants to further advance himself in the language, which is awesome. And he's a true leader. He's a sincere person, dedicated to his education, his clubs, many clubs, okay? Mock trial, DECA, FBLA, MSA, football, and still maintain A average. It's incredible. He is such a tremendous example of what we have here at Benton-Salem, and it is my honor to celebrate this award with him and to acknowledge this fine student. He is just a good human being, and I just wish him nothing but happiness and success in his future. It will be great. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. First off, I'd like to say I'm honored to be chosen as Student of the Month out of so many students. The first person I want to thank is my lovely teacher, Ms. Mack, for nominating me. This is my 2nd year in her class. And Ms. Mack in general has boosted my confidence in not only speaking and learning Spanish, but in general overall. My confidence, I give her credibility for that. The way she teaches, the dancing, the singing, like she said, brings energy to the class like no other class. Especially the way she teaches is a way I would never expect a teacher to teach, but it works. And I'm really happy for that. For the past 2 years, I've started Spanish class with teléfonos en las cajas y saquen sus cuadernos. And once you hear those words, that's how you know you're ready to learn some Spanish. And I really appreciate that. On the other hand, I'd like to say thank you to my mother for taking the time out of her day to wake up earlier before me and waking me up, or either threatening me to walk to school. And I wouldn't be here today because of that. But I think every student should also be appreciative of having a wonderful teacher. I'm especially appreciative of my teacher, Ms. Mack. And I think everyone should keep moving forward and shouldn't stop that. Thank you so much.
Hi, good morning, everyone. How are you? I'm super happy to be up here today with the Japanese student. Japanese course was on a hiatus for a little bit. We had it for a decade, then it took a break, and now it's back. So you have to be a special kind of person to choose Japanese to begin with. I think they're very great, but once they get into my class, they see it's not as bad as it seems, maybe. I don't know. But Jared has made tremendous progress, as most of the class has. But he is always on top of everything. He's quiet, but I know if no one says anything, I know he knows the answer. He studies a lot on his own, too, I'm pretty sure. And when I give homework out, which a lot of teachers don't do so much now, but for the writing in Japanese, you have to practice at home, and he always does that, so that's really nice. We started in September, like every other class, and I just want to give a quick demonstration of how far he's come so far, and I think you might be impressed. はじめまして。
おはよう、はじめまして。
お名前は？
ジャレットです。
ああ、私は神谷です。
あ、そうです。
ジャレさんは何歳ですか
16歳です。
あ、そうですか。
三重先生は
さあ、それはちょっと聞けないんですよ。中学生ですか
いえ、高校生です。
あ、そうよね。ジャレさんはどこに住んでいますか
ゼロに住んでいます。
あ、私はニュージャージー
tend to wing it, so I was taking notes as we were talking. Some things about these two departments that I think are really special, and one of the things that I do want to kind of bring to light is the fact that a lot of adults that might be in this room usually say that they regret not doing two things when they get older, and that's to learn a language and to learn how to play an instrument. And these kids are already halfway there. So when we do have a group of kids that have a head start, I know as language teachers, not just the world language department, because we're all language teachers, we feel extra proud when these kids take that step. In this room, I truly believe that there's a group of adults that know, not just believe, that know that bilingualism is a superpower, and that because of our marketable, these kids are more marketable because of our globalized society. They don't just get to stay in Bensalem. They get to go beyond the borders, and I always say those are our best exports. So we haven't heard just one person's story. We've heard examples of resiliency, persistency, and how all of us as teachers, but most likely, namely the students, that being open to things that we might see as different is actually a success. Olivia is my student that does all of the above. I knew from day one last year in Spanish 3 that she was going to be an AP with me. I usually pick students that I envy because they are the complete opposite of who I am. She's quiet, she pays attention to detail, and seeing that the 3 teachers that she's had over the years, giving her 4 years of high school and ending up in AP, makes me super proud, not only to be a world language teacher, but super proud of our program here in Bensalem. So I just wanted to thank you guys for being here, demonstrating the importance of being multilingual. And Olivia, thank you for letting me love my job every day more.
I just wanted to thank first Ms. Taselic for giving me this opportunity. She pushes me every day to be a better student, and I really enjoy her class. And I also wanted to thank Ms. Mack and Ms. Camilla for giving me a strong foundation in such a short amount of time to be able to get to AP so quickly. And I want to thank my grandfather for coming today to see me.
I have Natalie from Senator Farron's office to say a few words this morning.
Good morning. Before I go on with what I wrote up last night, it's always different when I come here and I listen to the stories and I read your bios. As a mom myself, there's nothing better than mom proud, right? Moms, we're proud of you, we're proud of our kids, we're proud of your kids, we're proud of all kids. What you guys are doing is really important. This is such an honor to be a student of the month. My daughter's going through the college process right now, and I always think, wow, I wonder if these college recruiters or these people who are reading the resumes understand, if you guys put Student of the Month on there, how huge that is. Because to see you guys as the selected students of your school to represent Bensalem, this is huge. I mean, there's such a few select of you guys here today. And as a mom, I want to say I am mom proud of all of you. So if you allow me to read my notes that I wrote last night, I hope it all aligns with everything. It's a privilege to be here today on behalf of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and to join the Bensalem community in recognizing students who have made a meaningful impact within the school. Bensalem is a community that values education, responsibility, and opportunity, and that commitment is reflected in the students being honored today. This recognition represents growth, leadership, effort, and resilience. In many cases, these students earn recognition without seeking attention, which speaks strongly to character and integrity. Student of the Month is not about perfection. It is about showing up, taking responsibility, and contributing in ways that strengthen the school community. The Commonwealth is very fortunate to have strong support from your elected officials, such as Senator Farry and Casey Tomlinson, whose dedication to public service is rooting and protecting opportunity, defending the rights of Pennsylvanians, and investing in the next generation, which is all of you. Their commitment to students and families remain a priority. The path ahead for you students will vary, whether college, trades, military service, or other pursuits. And what matters most is that the integrity, discipline, and sense of responsibility that guide those choices. To the families and educators that are here today, I want to thank you for your continued support and your leadership. To the students that are being recognized, this honor is well earned. Your community is very proud of you, and we look forward to the impact that you will continue to make. So I want to say congratulations, and on behalf of the Senator, also your State Rep Casey Tomlinson, and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, congratulations, guys. Next up this morning, I'd like to welcome our building principal, Mr. Perk.
You don't need a mic.
I don't need a mic. Good morning, everybody. Congratulations. First and foremost to the students, to the families. I share every month, but the best part of this program every month is just watching the parents film their child when they're up here speaking, and just seeing the pride on your face and how proud you are. It's really cool. I do want to share Dr. Lee's out in Hershey right now. He normally would speak before me, and Dr. Taselli and Natalie stole 3/4 of my speech. Thank you both. But there is 8 of you out of 2,200 kids in this building. Roughly 70 students get chosen a year, so it's a really big deal. Less than 300 kids will get chosen over the 4 years here at the high school, so it is a major accomplishment. To the 2 departments, thank you. When I took over this place a couple of years ago, I asked that every student have a place where they feel comfortable. They have a teacher they can confront, go to when they're having a rough day. I constantly ask students when they get in trouble, like, who's your favorite adult in this building? These are not the 2 biggest departments, but their impact is just as big as the departments you hear about in the news all the time, math, science, English, and social studies, that are our 4 largest departments here at the high school. You provide a safe haven for a lot of our students. A lot of students mention your names when we ask them who's somebody you feel comfortable going to when you're having a bad day. So I appreciate you welcoming with open arms and making it feel like home. On behalf of the high school administrative team and Dr. Lee, Dr. Cohen, and Dr. Velasquez for their make this morning, congratulations. I do not know why it's 1,000 degrees in here, so I'm sorry. Walked in, I was like, whoa. I know Ms. Miznik's going to bring it to a close in the next 5 minutes, but there's still like 20 minutes till the second period begins, maybe 25 minutes. I always encourage you to get some more breakfast. It's not the cookies, they're for me. And stay with your families and hang out, because in the high school life, I know it's so hard to ever have like quality family time. You're always coming and going. So if you can have another 20 minutes where you have to go to work, and students have to go to the third period for the day, please enjoy this quick little quality family time. Have a great weekend. Congratulations. Here's Ms. Miznik.
So just to echo again, congratulations. It is a really big honor, and it's awesome to hear all the positives and the things that your teachers share about you. And for those of you who spoke, like hearing your story and all the things and reading what you all are involved in, it's really impressive. So if we could, before we break for breakfast, just get one group picture of all of our students in the month, that would be wonderful. Bring a